Hey guys, welcome back to CJ's Coins and Crafts. This is another episode of my video series for world coins. This is a lot of all Venezuelan coins that I managed to pick up on eBay. I spent for about $5, and that includes shipping, to get all of these coins. It took me a while, as I was out of state for a couple of weeks. That I've been trying to get this video back to you guys, get this video done for you guys, but I managed to get all the information all together. So now we are going to jump right in. So this is a mix of coins that I picked up from eBay, and the years range from 1965 all the way up to 2002. So there's a good mix, a good variety of different denominations and different types. Different designs and everything. So let's jump right into it. So this first coin is a 25 centimos. Again, these are all Venezuelan coins. So here we go. This is a 1965. There was about 240 of these minted. This is minted out of nickel, and the rarity scale on this one is a 7. If you guys don't remember or don't know from my other videos for world coins, the rarity scale is based off of Numista, the Numista website, and their rarity scale is arranged from 1 to 100, 1 being the most common and 100 being the most rare. So this ends up on the scale at a 7. So it's kind of common, but it's not common, not rare compared to other coins. Alright, so the second one here is going to also be a 25 centimos. There we go. I'm having problems with my lighting right now. This is a 1977. The design is similar to the 1965. This particular type that this design was there's 240 of these minted as well, and this particular design was used from 1977 to 1987. And there are actually two types in the 1977 design. That one is a little bit smaller and weighs a little bit less. There's a 1.75 grams, and then there is a 1.5 grams. So in order to tell the difference between the two types, you have to weigh them. Next coin is a 5 centimos piece. This is a 1983. Sorry guys, I thought I had this all figured out. 1983 right there. There we go. There were 600 million of these minted. This is minted a nickel clad steel, so it's got a steel core and it's got a nickel cladding over the top. And the rarity on this is 11, so this is rates a little bit higher as far as a rarity than the previous coins. This coin still is just a really nice condition, really nice design. I really like this one. Even though it's a smaller denomination, I still like the history of it. Next coin is going to be a 1989. This is going to be a 1 Bolivar. There we go. 1989 1 Bolivar. There are two different types. The number 1 mint is the word all mint. That had 370 million minted, and then there was the Schwerta mint that there was 600 minted. And the way that you can tell is on the upper left of the. Here we go. See if I can put this up for you guys. The upper left at the corner right here, there's 3 little corn pieces falling down. If it was just a single ear of corn, that would be the word all mint. So this particular one is the Schwarta Mint, where it's the 3 loose corns falling from the shield. So this particular design is the more common of the 2 designs, and there were 600 million of these minted, and it's got a rarity index of 6. The other 1989 that I have is this piece right here, which is a 25 centimos piece. There's 510 million of these minted. This is also a nickel-clad steel, which almost all of these coins are nickel-clad steel. The rarity on this is an 8. And one thing that I found out that was interesting about this particular one is that this was actually minted in Canada. So the Royal Canadian Mint actually minted this piece for Venezuela. Okay, next one should be the 1990 Bolivar piece. It's just not catching the light very well. Dos Bolivars. This is a 1990 piece. There's 400 million of these minted. This is also a nickel-clad steel. There's no major varieties on this particular one that I could find, and this has a rarity index of 5. Next piece is also a 1990. All 3 of these are going to be 1990. This is going to be the next denomination down, which is a 1 Bolivar. 1990 Republic of Venezuela. There were 600 million of these minted. Is nickel-clad steel, and the rarity index is 6. This is the exact same one. This is a 1 Bolivar, but the quality on this one is like 10 times what the previous one was. So if I had to grade it, then in terms of a PCGS scale or an NGC scale, I would rate this in the probably in the low to mid 60s as far as quality, because it's very clean. There's no major marks, but still really neat coin. Okay, the next one is going to be a 1998. This is the biggest coin of this lot, and it is a 500 Bolivars unit. So a lot of these coins have the same kind of design as the front and back, but they just make them a little bit bigger. This one, I could not find any mintage numbers on this one, so I'm not sure if there is any varieties particular to this one, like some of the other ones. This is a nickel-clad steel, and this one rates a little bit higher. This is a 10 on the rarity index. The next denomination down that I have in the 1998 is this 100 Bolivar unit. Again, I couldn't find any mintage numbers, although I did find that this particular denomination, or this particular design, was only minted from 1998 and 1999. There was a different design that was used after 1999. This is a nickel-clad steel, and this has a rarity index of 8. So these next 3 coins are all the same, and they are all 50 centimos pieces. There was 300 million of these minted. It is a nickel-clad steel, and the rarity index on this denomination, this style, is a 9. Okay, now comes some of my cool ones. I found these really interesting. This particular coin is a 2002 50 Bolivar unit denomination, and it's got some interesting coloring on it, some interesting toning, which you can't really see in the video. Well, you can kind of see there, but this is the 2002 50 Bolivars. Unknown vintage. This is a nickel clad steel, like most of these are, and this has a rarity index of 9. This is the next denomination, which is the 100 bolivars, also a 2002. Again, same kind of design, nickel clad steel, and the rarity index on this one is 8. These three right here are 2002 10 bolivar units, denominations. And this one also has an unknown mintage, but the biggest variety or differences that I found in these is that this is a aluminum and zinc alloy that these were minted with. And for this particular year set, there are actually 2 different types of coins that were minted. There was a magnetic version, which was minted from 2000 to 2002, and then a non-magnetic version that was minted from 2001 to 2004. And I couldn't find any mintage numbers for either one of those year sets. But this is the non-magnetic that was minted from 2001 to 2004. And these actually carry a rarity index of 12, which is the highest out of all of the coins that I have in this lot that I got. My last coin that I couldn't really find a whole lot of information on is really kind of an interesting coin because the design is a lot newer. This is a 2007. It's got kind of the same design as the other ones with the horse and the shield there. I really couldn't find any more information. I'll have to look on a different couple of different places. But you can see that the front of the coin, or the back of the coin, or the reverse of the coin, is completely different when compared to some of the other coins. Like I'll show you guys that it's got this side, which has the shield that has the same things in it, and then when you flip it over, it's got a completely different look to it. So I thought that was really interesting. This was actually a really great set to get for only a few dollars that you guys can find just on eBay. Excuse me. So one thing that you can do as you guys are building your collections, or you guys are looking to expand or build a world collection like what I'm working on, is just go on eBay and see if you can find some of the coins on there, even if it's like 50 cents or 10 cents, even if it's $1 on some of those countries that you can get, and just get them one at a time. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just kind of piecing it together. I'll check in eBay, and I really don't find anything on some of the countries that I'm looking for. I'll check back maybe a couple weeks later, and something will come up. I had been searching for Venezuelan coins for about 2 months before I found this particular set, and they had it up for 99 cents. So it was definitely a deal that I had to jump on right away. $4 is plenty when we're talking about the history of 1965 to, what is that, 50 years? 50 years worth of coins for a country, when, you know, the benefit is that I've got the history here in the coins, but it also helps me build and complete the world collection that I'm working on. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching my video. Please take the time to like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments, put it in the comment section below. I appreciate your guys' time, and I will see you guys on the next set.